Last year, I was helping out a new franchise owner by going out on sales calls with them during the week. All in all, they did a very good job for the first time seeing potentially new clients. Over the course of the week, we visited, I would say, about 60 new customers. The owner was extremely prepared with answers to potential questions. Midway through the week, at the end of the day, when we did our debriefing, I mentioned that we need to start figuring out why the customer is asking certain questions instead of us only answering them with a yes or no. The owner agreed and said they would give it a try. During one of our sales calls, the customer asked, "Can you send us an invoice to our corporate office within 48 hours?" The owner replied, "Absolutely." When we got back into the car to head to our next sales call, I reminded the owner that we were going to try to find out why that was important to them. On the next sales call, the customer asked, "Do you have 24-hour service?" The owner replied again immediately by saying, "Yes, we do." As we completed the call and did our debriefing in the car, once again, I reminded them that we were trying to figure out why that was important to the customer. Instead of answering yes or no, we should find out why that's important to them so we can understand the story behind that question. He agreed and asked for a little bit of help, and I mentioned that I would give it a try on our next sales call. We walked into a big mall and we called on a retail store that was inside. The general manager was kind enough to give us a few minutes, and they also mentioned that they actually had a problem with the door and they were wondering if we could take a look at it. Well, we went to the back door and that led to the loading dock. And when we arrived there, they asked, "Do you have 24-hour emergency service?" I replied, "Why is this important to you and your company?" She said, "This door seems to give us problems every 6 weeks. And I usually have a new manager on duty here during the weekend. When they start their closing procedure at 8 p.m., they always start with this door since it's in the back. Sometimes a new manager panics and they can't get the door to shut at 8 p.m. on Friday, so they need to call a company that will come right out in case of an emergency. We used a local company here, and the gentleman seems to do a great job. However, he mentioned that there aren't any replacement parts for this particular door, and it'll have to be adjusted every month or so. That's why if I sign you up as a vendor, I need to know if you have emergency service available." We then replied, "Yes, we do have emergency service and we would be happy to take care of this, and maybe we can take a look at this during the week and give you a quote on getting the new parts that you need and attach a warranty so it will eliminate this problem going forward." If we would have answered yes, we would have given the customer an answer. However, we would not have a story to talk about in the future, which would help us build a relationship. When a client asks a question about a product or service, ask them why that's important, and you'll be well on your way to transforming a transaction into a relationship.